Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, Revium Rx filed an 8K announcing an executive departure, and this signals a potential shift in strategy that investors should know about. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company is seeing a key executive leave, and this departure might be more telling than it appears on the surface. Revium Rx is a player in the healthcare space, and like many smaller companies, its leadership changes can significantly impact its direction and investor sentiment. This filing, an 8K, is specifically about a material event, and in this case it is the resignation of Ina Martin. She held important roles: Director, Chief Operating Officer, and President. She is out effective the 16th of June 2026. The filing states her resignation stems from certain differences in expectations between her and the company. This is a common phrase in these types of filings, but it often means there were disagreements about the company's future path, strategy, or how things should be run, for a company with only 3 employees, according to external data. The departure of the COO and President is a big deal. Now, what happens next? They've got a separation agreement in place. Ms. Martin's employment with their subsidiary, Revium Limited, is set to officially end on the 10th of September 2026. This indicates a planned wind down of her involvement rather than an immediate cutoff. This next part is quite interesting. Ms. Martin has a significant number of stock options, specifically the right to buy up to 24,4000 shares. The exercise period for these options, meaning the time she has to actually buy them at a set price, has been extended all the way out to the 30th of September 2028. This is a substantial extension, possibly suggesting that the company believes the stock price could rise significantly in the future, making these options more valuable for her. Or it could be a way to keep her somewhat aligned as a shareholder even after her departure, perhaps for a transition period or out of goodwill, when a key executive like the COO and President, who is often deeply involved in day-to-day operations and strategy execution, leaves a company, especially a small one, it can signal a few things. One possibility is that the company is heading in a new direction, and her vision no longer aligns with the boards or the CEOs. This could mean a pivot in strategy, a change in focus within their healthcare niche, or even a move towards a different business model altogether. Another angle is that this could be a precursor to other changes. We've seen recent news about a CFO change just before this, suggesting there might be a broader executive reshuffling happening at Revium Rx, for a company with a market cap around $101 million and only 3 employees. These leadership movements are critical. Every individual plays a massive role. The departure of both the president and COO, even with an extended stock option period, could create operational challenges in the short term. This move, while seemingly straightforward, hints at underlying strategic discussions or perhaps disagreements within Revium Rx. Leadership without more context on the differences in expectations, it is hard to say definitively what the future strategy will be, but an executive departure this significant on an 8K filing is always worth watching. Typically, when you see such high-level exits, especially voluntary ones cited as due to differences in expectations, it is a signal that the company is at a crossroads. It could be a positive sign if the new direction is sound, or a negative one if it indicates internal turmoil or a loss of strategic vision. Looking at the broader context, Revium Rx has had some recent news, including a previous material event filing and CFO changes. This pattern of executive transitions might suggest a period of significant company restructuring or a transition to a new phase of growth or operational focus. What I am actually looking for is how the company will fill these crucial roles and what strategic direction they will announce in the coming months. My biggest concern is whether these changes will lead to operational stability or further disruption for this small team. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. Check out the Discord too.